Hello, welcome to Nintendo Nostalgia, episode 31. I'm your host, Jacob Rush, and I'm with my co-host, Ryan Black, and we are back and we are playing with Power. Ryan, how is it going, man?
Chilling in Colorado right now.
Chilling in Colorado, wow. So that's why you're on your phone tonight instead of through a nice-looking computer.
Hey, the computer doesn't need to look nice. I just need to look nice.
I guess so. Well, I guess we don't need to waste any time here. Everybody, it's no secret. We have a third part-time co-host with us, and Mr. Tom Qualls. Welcome back, my brother.
Yeah, I'm back. Ready to go.
Back, and you're playing with Power, too.
I'm playing Power 2, that's right. Got my Power Glove laced up right now. I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Well, guys, I don't want to waste a lot of time tonight. I'm really excited about our main topic. And I don't want to keep everyone waiting so long, so
That's right. You already saw it in the title. We're going to get to it.
Absolutely. We're going to get to it. So, real quick, at the top of the show, I want to let everyone know that I am going to be a guest on Life of Gaming podcast. So, guys, we've had James from the show on as a guest already. He did our Skyward Sword episode. If you want to go check that out, he was awesome on it. But I'm going to be a guest on their show, and we're going to be talking about E3 predictions for Nintendo. Nice. We're recording this weekend, and it'll air next week on like Monday. So be on the lookout for that. Go give them a check and go like their stuff, guys. They're great. I go to their podcast because they don't talk about just Nintendo. They talk about PlayStation and Xbox. They're all Nintendo fans, but they have like one guy that's hardcore PlayStation, one guy that's hardcore Xbox. So
they're corrupted, is what you're saying. They're not pure.
They are corrupted.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to have to check them out. I did enjoy that episode, so I'm going to have to give their podcast a listen for sure.
Yeah, they're great. I really like to listen to them because, like, I'm all in the Nintendo world. I don't play any other systems, but they give me kind of like a knowledge of what's going on in the other realm. Because before I started listening to them, I used to think that Xbox and PlayStation were like these gods, on their own planets away from Nintendo, and Nintendo's so far behind. And I started listening to them, and they just made me realize, that Xbox and PlayStation, they're not so perfect as I mentally have felt like, at least in the Wii U days, because the Wii U struggled so much.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants to be the underdog, so as a Nintendo fan, we do, I'm sure, put ourselves down there and go, hey, we're the little guy and we're coming back. Right. But no, they have all the same problems we as Nintendo fans have too.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
It's the gaming industry in general. Yeah.
So I'll be on that show, guys. Go like their stuff right now and join us for when their episode airs next week. But with that said, I want to just hop right in. So let's get into the news. All right, Tom, you are the guest for the week. What news have you brought for us this week?
Well, I got some weird news. Some people may have already seen this, but as of today's recording, which is the 23rd here, just so you guys know, I'm not bringing old news to you. Just broke today, the Wii U. Do you remember the Wii U? Man, I remember the Wii U. What a great old system that was, way back when. You guys remember it after the Wii?
Oh, yeah, back in the day. I totally remember
Way back in the day? Oh, man, what a great old system. Did you know?
I thought that was just like wasn't that just an accessory to the Wii?
No, actually, it was a whole other system. There was a whole big confusion. Anyway, maybe that's a podcast for another day. But
Toys R Us told me that it was for the Wii. So
they lied to you. So
wow.
Anyway, good old Wii U. All joking aside, here, good old Wii U, the one generation we're removed from now, actually had a game come out today.
What?
That's right. THQ Nordic decided to go ahead and put out Darksiders War Mastered Edition. Ta-da! So, wow. I mean, it came out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC last November. But hey, what was the classic? Better late than never. Is that what they say?
Yeah. Well, we better just break out our Wii U's and purchase this thing, so they don't think that Nintendo. They can't sell on a Nintendo system.
Right. This is totally a slowpoke moment. Hey guys, this game just came out for Wii U.
So, this game that came out last November, here it is. Yep.
Yeah, it's a game that everyone's already played, and we couldn't do day and date for you. Sorry. Here you go. Here's our leftovers.
I just thought that was interesting that, it's still trickling out like that. And I know that's just nature of the beast. And it's like that for every system. You always get those things coming out. I mean, I mentioned I make fun of the Wii U getting a game, which, we're barely removed from it. The Switch just came out in March. So, but, so you got a Wii U game there. But did you know Just Dance 2017 came out for the Wii?
Yeah.
Not that long ago? The Wii, not Wii U. The Wii.
The Wii still gets little games like that.
Me? Yeah. But it's been like that. It's been like that since I can remember, playing my Sega Genesis, my Super Nintendo, and being like, wait, there's an NES game that came out? Yoshi's Cookie. What is this? Stuff, like that. But that was, it's the nature of it.
There are some games that, each generation, they spill over. You don't think about it because everyone's moved on to the new system. Yeah. But, there are games that come out really late in a lifespan. Which is honestly, I can think for the Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country 3 and Mario RPG. They came out towards the very end.
Yeah, they really did. DKC3 was really late in the Super Nintendo's lifespan. And and I know it's not the Sony podcast, but the PS2 was notorious for that. PS2 games came out forever after the PS3 was already out. That's just because there were so many PS2s in people's houses. It only made sense.
Yeah, and there was a high demand in Japan for those things as well. Even today, I believe there's still a few PSP games coming out, and they have they've had the Vita forever. Wow. So it's still a popular system. So the PS2 was still popular then, and it still kept on going.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? This is kind of I won't go down too deep of it, but this is just kind of interesting. I thought about, with Nintendo promising to bring back old games and putting, online functionality to it for the Switch. I was talking about it to a guy at work today, and I just think it's really cool that I think we've come to a point to where nostalgia is just as important as what's new. With the latest and greatest games, I think a lot of people are to the point where they love to dive into old games. That's why we see a lot of remasters of old games being done. But I think it's cool to take Shovel Knight's a great example, and I think Yooka-Laylee is a good example as well. But Shovel Knight is a game that looks and feels that this is for the Super Nintendo. That if you could put a little kid up to it, they would probably think, oh, that game came out for my daddy's old system, back when he was a kid. But no, it just came out in this decade. And I think that I feel like people are starting to make games a lot more that they could fit on old systems. Growing up, I had this mentality of once the 64 came out, we no longer were looking back at flat screen 16-bit, 8-bit games. And when the GameCube came out, we no longer were looking at weird polygonal 3D images. This is new, this is in. Yeah. But I think we've gotten to a point now where developers can make a game that looks like an old style graphics game and it be just new for today.
Yeah, now Darksiders is not that. Darksiders
no.
It's not that at all. But and I would love to follow you down that rabbit hole. But
yes, we need to keep moving.
Speaking of rabbits, I believe you have a very interesting piece of news for us just hit today.
Perfect segue, Tom. Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
Mario Rabbids, the long rumor that has been out since we all thought we were going to get it at the Switch reveal. Well, just the past couple weeks, more information keeps leaking about it. And today, it's unconfirmed officially, but people see it looks legit. We have some news about just artwork of what the game would look like and character development. And it looks, guys, I can say it looks awesome. I never thought it looked bad. I was actually a big fan of this. I like clean humor in my games, and I think the Rabbids would be perfect. I'm really excited about this game.
Yeah, and I didn't see really anything too much about it till right before the show. But Ryan, did you happen to? Are you been looking forward to this, or are you familiar with the Rabbids games in general? I know we're all familiar with Mario games, for crying out loud. It's Nintendo nostalgia, but do you have any experience with the Rabbid games?
I did have some experience with the Rabbid games, and I enjoyed them a lot. I can't really say that I played anything past the TV one, the TV iteration, but But I did play any of the ones before that, and I enjoyed it a lot. Now, I still have to see gameplay to be completely sold on this game, because I hear it's RPG elements, but I want to see how much of that. It's going to be like not necessarily straight like a Mario RPG, but it's going to have those RPG elements in it. And I want to see what the gameplay is like. Like, I did enjoy the Rabbids; they didn't offend me too much, and so I could see playing a game with them and Mario and the crazy shenanigans that comes from that.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that Luigi. I'm looking forward to that Luigi Rabbid shenanigans that have to happen. The only experience I have with the Rabbids are, I think it was on the Wii, one of the Wii ones. My brother, I think, rented it and played it a lot. And it was funny. I found it pretty funny. And I think I'm a little excited now that I got to see some of it right before the show, looking at some of the artwork and things that had leaked. Was it what they're calling a Kingdom Battle? That's what the artwork looks like. It looks funny. Like, yeah, I'm excited. Like, I think Mario, especially if you played any of the Mario and Luigi games, like, Mario and Luigi as a duo can be pretty funny sometimes, and I think you add into just the shenanigans and the silliness of the Rabbids, and I think we got a recipe for a fun little game here.
All the Mario RPG element style games have great humor, from Mario RPG to Paper Mario and like
Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi. I like the direction that this is going. I'm a fan of it. I never played a Rabbids game, and to be honest, if this game is like awesome and I really enjoy it, I really could see myself like going to go visit some of these old games I never played. And I think that this may be an attempt by Ubisoft as well to revamp their Rabbids, just to give them some more popularity, bring them back a bit. So, no, I just thought that was really cool, guys. The artwork, you can find it online. Just Google it up. Hopefully this is legit. I mean, I believe it's legit, but
yeah, I hope it is. Yeah,
looks cool. I'll be really disappointed if it's not, but expect some E3 talk about that as well. So, but yeah, that's my news. But I know that we did our episode just before a big announcement happened last week, that we got a lot more information on something that Ryan wanted to talk about today. Can you elaborate a little bit more, Ryan?
Yes, ARMS' global test punch is going to be coming. I believe it's this coming weekend.
Yeah, and,
this weekend, and then the following weekend as well. And can't wait to get some playtime in on that. It has been confirmed that you can play with all 10 characters, which is wonderful. I know a few of those people are really excited about the Twin Tail.
Oh, I was one of them. Oh, yeah.
It's pretty exciting. I'm most stoked about the volleyball. I saw that and I'm like, this reminds me so much.
That's such a cool idea.
Well, see, it's not an original idea per se, because the volleyball was available in, I believe it was Tekken 3, where it was a fighting game where you could hit the volleyball back and forth.
Yeah.
And like, I got that feel. I'm like, I'm sold on this game just from that. Like, the basketball's cool, but the volleyball just reminds me exactly of that. Heck, and I love playing that mode like so much.
I agree. Well, it just seems like the game's built to be able to operate on that too, like to have these extra things you can do besides punching each other. I love when a game does that, adds those extra little fun modes.
Especially for the test punch. I think it's a great thing to throw those things in there and give you a sampling of the different modes instead of just the regular, like the Splatfire was, or the test fire was. So
definitely. I agree with that 100%. I'm super excited because that direct for me was, I was a little on the fence with ARMS. I'm not going to lie. I saw it and I was like, that's cool. That's cute. Nintendo, you're making a new IP, which I will always applaud. Like, good. I like when Nintendo makes new stuff. But I was on the fence. I was like, man, I don't want to be Wii boxing all day. You know what I mean? I just wasn't into it. But after watching that direct and looking at all the different actual control modes there are, I think I was sold. I was like, wait, if you're telling me I don't have to sit there and box like a dork all night and I can actually use my controller and play this fighting game, because some of you guys that do know me, that listen to the podcast, and some of you that don't know this, I'm a huge fighting game fan. Like, I love fighting games. I love all of them. So when I saw this, I was like, this could be fun, but I don't want to sit there and shadow box all day with this game. And when I saw I can actually sit in my chair like, the lazy guy that I am and play this fighting game, I got real excited, because now I'm like, oh, I am down. And then to look at all the different gloves you can put on for each character, and there's all the unlocks, and those characters are begging, and I mean begging for skins, like to do all new skins and put on stuff, because that's a big thing in games right now. I would love to see all that. So I'm getting pumped. And my brother's going to be in town this weekend. He's going to be up. Shout out to Nick, who's probably listening to this in the car on the way.
Up, Nick?
So hey Nick, and but the test punch is going to be this weekend, so we're going to get to play. And they did confirm that all the play modes are available for the test punch. So
that's great.
So we'll get to do local multiplayer. We'll get to play online, and yeah, we'll get to knock that volleyball around, Ryan. That'll be a good time.
I know myself. I was really happy to see more characters. I really don't know who to choose. Who's going to be my favorite? I mean. Yeah, they all look great. They really do. I like them. I think the game looks even funny. The story is pretty funny. Pretty cheesy. But no,
it's a goofy theme that takes itself seriously, and that is totally Nintendo.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It almost has that Splatoon flavor to it, where it's like, yep, they have springy arms and they punch people. That's just how it is. Okay, bye. Like that's what they're just gonna do that. Yeah.
Right, and I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I said this last week on my Twitter, and I said it to after the direct. I'm really excited for this game. I like the art style. I like what they're showing me. Yeah. All the modes. I got a original Smash Brothers vibe from this, like punching targets and just all these little extra activities. Like I think that'd be cool. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be a lot of unlocking of characters. I mean, maybe there is, but.
Yeah, they're going to. Well, we'll get DLC characters. We'll get some cool stuff.
And when they said that, they're going to do a Splatoon effect, trickling stuff out. But
new gloves and all.
I just got excited, because the last Smash Brothers, for me personally, I felt like something was missing with the game, and I hope that this game really can kind of fill that void for me personally. Mm-hmm. I know that's not a popular opinion amongst everybody, but
but I really like the new Smash Brothers.
It sucked, but. That's a
podcast for another day.
But I like it. I think it's exciting. I just want to get my hands on it. Ultimately, that's what I want. I just want to. If the gameplay feels good, then I'll be buying this thing. Hopefully towards launch.
Yep. I agree. This test punch will determine whether I will be $60 lighter this summer for sure.
Yeah. Well, and real quick before we end this. You mentioned that you don't want to play the arms motion part. Honestly, if the motion works really well, I want to play that way. Like
and I can bend to that a little bit.
I tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm a big fitness nut, and I'm going to be working out my arms, and I'm going to come upstairs, come home from the gym or whatever, and play arms for about an hour and just do the motion for the last burn of my arms. Do that, will be freaking awesome.
Now, I will say this about ARMS before we move on. Even though I was on the fence before the direct, I did go ahead and pre-order those neon yellow Joy-Cons because those dudes are sick. And I cannot wait to have those on my Switch because those look pretty sweet.
Awesome. Cool. Well, guys, I think that's a great time to end the news.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about what we've been playing. And Mr. Ryan, we know you like to game. What have you been playing this week?
Well, let's see. I went over to your house on Saturday.
You did?
Yeah, it was cool. I got to play Snake Pass. I'd never played that before, and I was actually pretty good at it. I was surprised. Nice. It didn't take me long to pick up the movement and stuff.
No, I'm telling him all right, this part's hard. It took me forever.
And then he just does it.
He just did it with no problem. And I'm like, that was one of the easy ones, Lucky try.
You see, listeners, Ryan's a humble guy. If you haven't picked up yet, he hides it. He's really good at games, but he's
a hustler. That's what he is. He's a hustler.
So I played that. I played a little bit of Mario Party 2. I got to play some Jackbox games and show it to Jacob. Jacob loved it.
Yeah, cool. I own it now.
And then I picked up I Am Setsuna and Blaster Master Zero, and I haven't put down. I haven't put down Blaster Master Zero. I haven't even touched I Am Setsuna because I love Blaster Master Zero so much. It's got
I played
Metroid feel.
Yeah, go ahead. It does. It really does. I saw you were posting something on Facebook about that, and you got some crap for it. And I was with you actually. That it does have a little bit of Metroid.
There's even Metroid creatures in the water.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, this is. I don't see how you can't see Metroid in this game. Okay,
yeah. And I played a ton of the NES one. I'm sad that I haven't picked that up yet, Blaster Master Zero, because I played the NES one a lot. And by the way, if there's any fans of game music out there, if you have not listened to Sunsoft's soundtrack. for Blaster Master, you're missing out because it is so good. It's so good.
If you want to try out the game, there is a demo you can download and play.
Ooh.
So you can get a sample of that.
There you go. Yeah. And how is I Am Setsuna? Because I love Square and I love RPGs, and it's been tempting me since day one. How is it?
I haven't played it yet. I haven't opened it. I haven't touched it. Now I did download it. I bought it, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
That is a demo too, right?
No, it doesn't actually.
Oh, maybe I think that the Gaia 5 does.
That one does, yes. But I Am Setsuna is supposed to be similar to like Chrono Trigger, which I also have not played before.
Nice.
So I was worried about playing I Am Setsuna because I didn't want it to like spoil anything, but everyone said you can play it just fine and not worry about like having anything ruined for you. I'm like, well, what if I like get good at the system and then like Chrono Trigger is super easy and then I just don't like it as much. But I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet, but I should try it out in the next day or so, and I'll have a report on that later.
Let me know. Let's say you guys got to get on our Facebook page, have that conversation with us, because Ryan's going to let me know on Facebook how it is. So,
yes.
Tom, how about you? What have you been playing?
Dude, I feel like everything is what I've been playing. Is what it feels like. So, been playing some Minecraft on the Switch.
Okay.
Been doing a little bit of that.
Nice.
Also been playing stinking Puyo Puyo Tetris. I've been going through the adventure mode on that, and it just seems to get harder and harder the farther you go along there, and it just makes fun of you the further you get going. And so I'm pretty okay. I'm not going to call myself a Tetris master. Okay, I won't go that far, but I'm pretty good at Tetris. So anytime there's a Tetris section, and the story does force you like to go back and forth all the time, and sometimes they have the switch levels where they make you like in the middle of playing Tetris, they'll be like, ta-da, now it's Puyo Puyo. Oh gosh, you have to play Puyo Puyo. And then I was like, okay, go back to Tetris. Oh, so you have those moments where it keeps you on your toes. But anytime there's a Tetris section, I'm like, come at me, bro. Like I'm throwing Tetrises down like nothing. But I'm still learning Puyo Puyo. Like I'm not very good at it yet.
Yeah, I'm well versed in Puyo Puyo. I played that in like Arcade Cab and stuff like that, so I'm really familiar with that one. And then there was, I don't know if Mean Bean Machine is similar or not, but I feel like that had a similar vibe.
Yeah. Or you mean Kirby's Avalanche? This is a Nintendo podcast. We talk about Kirby's Avalanche. Not
hey, I played that for the first time on a Nintendo system. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. But it's no, Puyo Puyo is really good. I enjoy it, and I enjoy learning it.
Does it have a puzzle mode?
Do what?
Does it have a puzzle mode where you try to solve
there's some
puzzles? Good.
There's challenges. Yeah, they have challenges that you can go through and do some different things.
Cool.
I haven't messed with them too much yet. I've been, again, the Tetris ones, I'm like, yeah, bring it on. I'll do those. But then the Puyo Puyo ones, I'm still learning because, Tetris is a little easier when you're comparing the two side by side. Tetris is like, okay, you just fill in the gaps and done. But Puyo Puyo has, all kinds of little tricks. It's like, well, this is a staircase maneuver, and you can get a chain 5 off of this. And it's like, and here's one where if you stack them horizontally and you hit one, then they all trigger. And so it's been fun kind of learning the game and learning how to set up good Puyos, as they call them.
I have to say real quick, I just downloaded Master Blaster, and it's already done. Like, that's what I love about the Switch. It's so quick and so snappy.
Yeah.
I literally looked it up, downloaded. It's already done. I'm ready to play it right now. So
you guys
see you later. No,
yeah. Just kidding. You guys are gonna get me playing that Blaster Master again. I played the NES one a ton.
Well, I've never played it, so I'm excited. If it's got some Metroid feels, I'm really excited to test it out. Well, I'll go jump into what I've been playing. Ryan already talked about. Yeah, he came over Saturday, and fun fact, he was only supposed to be there for a couple hours, and somehow it turned to an all-day thing. And I mean, I loved it. I had a blast. I really felt like I was a kid in middle school again, just like with Ryan back when we played the GameCube. Because not only was Ryan there, but our long-lost friend, Brad Hunsinger, one of you guys, I've talked about him on the show. He was there for all my 64 days and pretty much all my GameCube days as well. And he came over, he called me up out of the blue. And he's like, I was like, you're free? And he's like, yeah. So he came over. We ordered 2 large pizzas from Pizza Hut and some breadsticks and cheese. Man,
you are taking it to school, man. That's how
it was, dude. Nintendo and Pizza Hut. That's how Ryan and I roll. That's part of our nostalgia. But we watched Dragon Ball Super. We ate while we were eating our pizza, and then we pulled out old games. Ryan and I, we played we played Diddy Kong Racing, for a little bit. Mm-hmm. We played Mario Party to prepare for this show, and we suck. We played Mario Party 2 through my Wii U on my Wii, because that's where my virtual console of it is. When Brad got here, Ryan, what else? We played some Pokemon Snap. Because we're still hyped on that game right now.
Great game.
And of course, we played Mario Kart 8. Ryan and I played some NBA Playgrounds. Never played that before, and
cool. That was a lot of fun. We were going toe to toe. It was awesome.
It was really fun. I mean, not saying Ryan and I are any professionals. That I can see some flaws with it. Like I could not get a proper. There'll be times where I'm sinking threes every time. I'm sinking three, and then the next match, I'm missing everything. It's what the heck? Why am I missing everything? I just couldn't get the feel. And I think that I've heard a lot of people complain about that. But it's fun, though.
Yeah, let me ask this. So again, my dream, and I think I was on the podcast before the Switch came out saying this. I think it's recorded somewhere. But my dream was for an NBA Jam on the Switch. Does it scratch that NBA Jam itch or no?
I mean, yeah, I get those vibes. It's not exactly the same. It's not a carbon copy of it, but I definitely get vibes and see the inspiration from those days. Ryan?
It's definitely an OTT arcade style NBA game. It can scratch that itch. Now, it's not exactly the same, so don't come into it expecting it to be just a modernized version of it. It's got a button press and release system that's tricky to master, and it's different than just hitting the button and hitting the button to pass, and there's timed button presses, and it becomes almost a rhythm game in some ways.
Yeah,
interesting.
And it's really cool how they pull all that together, and I think it's worth picking up. $20. Now they don't have the online mode, but even then, I'll say if you can take this and play with a friend, it's worth it. We played just the sharing the joy version and playing it on site. It was no problem at all. It was good. It took me a little bit to switch over to being sideways, but it translated really well.
It was great.
Have to give that a shot.
Yeah, I liked it. I haven't bought it yet, but it's definitely a game that I think down the road, especially when they add some updates to it, I could see myself picking it up. So we played that, and then my big thing that I played I played Kamiko from Ryan. He had me play that. I played that machine game. I don't explain. What crazy? What did he play? Explosion machine.
Graceful
explosion.
Oh no, that wasn't it. No, Human Resource Machine.
That's it. Yes.
Oh,
Human Resource Machine, and I thought it was stupid. Personally, I didn't like it. I'm like, this is dumb.
It's an acquired taste. And you have to like math, I guess.
Oh, and I suck at math. That's my worst subject. So yeah.
I haven't heard too much about that. I'll have to give that a look.
Yeah, no, don't. I'm telling you right now, it sucks. So.
Well, I got to know for myself.
Yeah. You do.
You're literally programming a little guy to do tasks that involve addition, and then eventually it'll be multiplication and how to do these computer tasks, basically.
That sounds interesting to me.
That is not my cup of tea.
You get absorbed in it. If you want to try it sometime, we can meet up and you can try it out.
Oh, heck yeah.
So it's a lot of fun.
Well,
it's easy to do on the Switch.
Our E3 to get together, bring your Switches, and we can all play some stuff. But so I played that. I showed Ryan I played some Snake Pass, but then the big game, I guess for me, I bought Kamiko, but I bought which I liked Kamiko. It was really good. But I really got into Jackbox party games. I never knew what these games were, and Ryan brought them over.
Right.
And I'd say we spent the most time on this. We spent maybe 2 to 3 hours, maybe even longer.
Nice.
Playing this into the wee nights.
I've heard good things about those Jackbox games, compilations. The only Jackbox games, Jackbox. That's right, Jackbox.
Yes.
How do you say that? Anyway, the only game that I ever bought and played was Fibbage. I played a lot of Fibbage, which was pretty cool. Now, does it operate a lot like Fibbage, where you kind of use your phone to do things and
exactly
play games? Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, that was so cool. I like Ryan says, all right, pull your cell phones out. I'm like, what? I use my phone to play? That's weird. Yeah. So we logged in and you type in the code, and there's I think there's 5 different board games you can select from.
Nice. But how many can you play up to on that one? Because I know Fibbage played up to 8 or 10, and that was great when you had a bunch of people over.
It varies on the game. You can have 8, 10, 12. players, but then you can also have people join your game, like guests and stuff. Like you can stream this on Twitch and have guests go on, and they can throw wrenches and things that you're trying to do, or throw things to throw you off, and they have their input, and they can actually get some points and score too. Sometimes the audience can end up winning because they outsmart you.
That is super cool. So no, it was fun. It's definitely something you got to have people for. So that's the one downside of, like, my wife. She had me buy it because she came home at the end of our game night, and she got to test it out, and she really enjoyed it. And I'm glad she did. And she had me buy it the next day, which is impressive when she says you can't spend money on games because we don't have money, or we've got a strict budget. And then she's like, "Hey, buy this game. I want to play it." Like, okay, you're the boss. So. Yep. But we can't only play so much of it by just the two of us. So we need more people and stuff, to play it. But it's really fun. I highly recommend it, guys. Go out and get it, or check it out. So,
and let us know what you guys are playing. I'm interested to see what you guys are playing too. So make sure you hit us up on Facebook or on Twitter or something. And
good plug there, Tom.
Yeah, I would love to know what you guys are playing, because maybe I'll be like Jacob and just tell you it sucks. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, no, I apologize. Check something out. Check something out for yourself. I am all about that.
I'm joking.
Reviewers. I don't like people judging games just off of people's reviews, but you may love it.
Yeah.
But no, let's, Tom, real quick. I'm glad you said that, because you know what, guys, we have that Facebook group, and it's slowly, people keep jumping in, and more people are engaging. And every time we have a new episode, people start flooding their opinions and memories on the game, and that's what we love the most. We love to hear people's stories, So please, it's on our Facebook page. You can come find us. You can say, add me to the group. We'll get it, and we'll just add you in. Yep. So, I give
you free likes all the time.
When I checked on Sunday, we had 50 people in that group.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's great. It's slowly building, That's a lot better from when it back was just like 5 like us.
4 of us.
Yeah. So it's great. People communicate. It is family friendly, so we do ask, be polite and use proper language and stuff. But in general, everyone's having a good time. It's wonderful. So please join us.
That's why I want to hear from you. Yeah,
absolutely. So guys, I think that's a great way to end all this stuff. We are ready to talk about delicious game here. Okay, so guys, give it up for Mario Party. Mario Party was released on February 8th, 1999 for the Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah. Get in or get out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, my gosh. I love this game. I have been listening to the album, honestly, for since the winter. And I have been itching to do a Mario Party episode, but I wanted to save it for the summertime, basically just getting right into summer, because that's when I first experienced Mario Party was summer. And that's what
what'd you say the release date was? I know you said it was 99. Did you have a month?
February 8th.
February. Okay. That's about right. Okay.
From Mario Wiki. If I'm wrong, it's their fault.
It's their fault. Yeah.
But Tom, I know you have a lot of experience. So what was this game like for you when it first came out?
Dude, okay, so you got to realize February 1999. So I'm graduating the 8th grade, and I remember this was one of the games that came out, and I had it pretty much day one because I was an N64 dude. You don't even understand. I was into that N64, all of it. So when Mario Party came out, it was a day one buy for me, and I had plenty of friends that I had would come over and we'd play it, and it kind of fell in that same groove as Mario Kart and a couple other games at the time, because this is definitely an era where 4-player 64 games is just what you did. Smash Brothers is out by this point. You just got together with your bros and you played some 4-player stuff, and Mario Party was one of these ones that really scratch that itch. So I remember playing that a lot, even at like 8th grade promotion parties. We're going into high school, and I remember playing some Mario Party there. And man, it's just too many good memories, to be 100% honest with you. Too many good memories with the game. Again, watching all of us get good at it, watching some of us who were bad at it still end up winning sometimes. I mean, we'll probably talk about that in the in our game element section, but
absolutely will.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Because sometimes that happens. And then, actually one of my fondest memories of this game, it's going to sound dark and morbid, and that's fine. But one of my fondest memories of this game is it introduced me to the sound of a Nintendo 64 controller hitting Skull. Because I'm telling you, man, we'll get into it in the game element section, but like, I'm telling you, like, there are some frustrating times in this game. This is where, again, people talk about Monopoly ending friendships. You ain't played Mario Party 1, I'm telling you. Like, because I can't tell you how many times I've sat at a boo and just stood and hovered over the Steel Star selection and just stared somebody in their eyes, and you just betray them right there, right in front of them, and just, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And to stab your friends in the back like that, it's a good time.
Yeah,
there ain't no party like a Mario Party, because a Mario Party destroys friendships.
Absolutely. You have to take a time out after Mario Party. It's like, look, guys, I'm just going to step outside for a bit. I'll be back. But Jacob, what's your experience with this one? I know you said you really love this game. When did you really first play it?
Oh my gosh. Well, it was the summer of 1998. I have all the credit goes to Brad. Again, he
98 or 99?
Oh, I'm sorry, 1999. Sorry, I mixed up.
About to say, I was like, how did you get this?
I got connections now. February 8th, I mixed it up. Sorry.
Gotcha.
1999, Brad, again, he was like my N64 bro. I mean, we traded games for short periods of time. He bought some of mine, I brought some of his, and we talked. Star Fox 64 was one. Pokemon Snap was one, and this game was all Brad. I never owned this game. I borrowed it from Brad, and I vividly remember talking to Brad on my phone. It was just, school was just out, dude. It was like maybe the first Saturday of summer break, and I'm walking. I used to walk on this carpet. My parents used to have this carpet in our dining room at my parents' house, and I used to walk it round and round, talk on the house phone when I talked to my friends.
I had a nice little path worn at my house too. Yeah.
But Brad was talking to me Saturday morning, and he was like, we got a new game called Mario Party, and I wanted to see if you'd come over, and I'm going to ask my dad and stuff. And so he went and he put me on hold or whatever, and he talked to his dad. His dad was like cool with it. And I was like, great. And I'm going to go talk to my mom and get it all set up. Okay, great. So then
the classic, can I come over?
Yes. And then, then my mom drives me over there. I bring my stuff and Pokemon cards and all that whatnot. And I'm ready
that was hot. Yeah, you're right.
I'm ready to spend the night. And we played Mario Party with his little brothers like all freaking day, dude. Like the summertime. This wasn't for this day. We hung out pretty much like I think almost every weekend or every other weekend. Brad was either at my house or I was at his. I was mostly at his because I liked going to my friends' houses back in the day. But now I'm lazy. I'm just like, can you come to my house? So,
yeah. But I got time for that.
But I love it. I relate the hot, warm weather with Mario Party. I love the mini games.
Yep.
It was something. Yep. It was new. It was a whole new experience for me. I never played a game like this full of mini games in it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It is different. Like I don't think there's any other video game like it up to this point. And if they were, they're just bad board game conversions.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I'm with you. The summer nights, Mario Party to me equals summer nights. Like it really does, with friends hanging out. So we got all this great love in our heart for Mario Party and this great nostalgia. So Ryan, why don't you take us back in time and tell us about your love for Mario Party, the first one.
Yeah, Ryan.
Oh, I remembered it like it was Saturday. Huh. Actually, guys, I am a nostalgia baby when it comes to this. Like I only played it for the first time this past Saturday with Jacob. Like Wow. That's how I touched Mario Party 1. That is the honest truth.
I know you guys could hear the surprise in my voice. He told me this before the show. So my genuine reaction was before the show, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's weird. I have to admit, Ryan, that is very weird.
Hey,
let's just say I was a bit late to the party.
Boom, there it is. I'm giving him points. Give him points.
I mean, we'll just clarify, Ryan really does have a nostalgia for Mario Party 2, so he's not in the dark of how the game works. Ryan really, he actually played that one a lot more. That's what he was introduced to. But I had him come over Saturday so we could do a little homework and experience. So, but okay, great. That's fun.
So Ryan, what was that first experience like then?
Luigi is a pain in the butt, and he always wins when he's a computer.
Stinking Luigi.
You chose Luigi first off, and you chose his home court. So of course he beat us. He beat it. Oh, it was hilarious though, because Ryan got last place. If you guys don't know, if you get last place in Mario Party, like Bowser, Bowser is a terrible being in this entire game and pulls the cheapest crap. But Bowser, he's always torturing the person who gets last. And Ryan, he's like, I don't think they did that. He didn't do that in Mario Party 2. Ryan has to finish with. So we're playing there, and it shows everyone celebrating, and I'm like, you're the star. And then it goes to this little flash. It shows another screen, and it shows Bowser's torturing Ryan's character because he got last place. I busted out laughing. I'm like, sorry, Ryan. That was hilarious.
I don't know if I ever know what that felt like. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty good at Mario Party.
I'll tell you that. I did not do well Saturday, but
oh boy.
There used to be a time where I was unbeatable.
Yeah. So maybe for those of you guys listening who never played Mario Party, like Ryan, which Ryan, I don't hate you for it. Don't think anything crazy like that. I think it's very interesting when we can have each other on shows where, hey, I have no experience. That's kind of cool. Because, I like the term that you used, Ryan, of a nostalgia baby. I really, really enjoyed that because, sometimes our nostalgia starts, a little sooner than it does later. You can have nostalgia for something. It doesn't have to be right now.
Oh, you can even have
from years ago. It can be born now. We kind of talked about that in our Breath of the Wild episode.
Yeah.
Of how it's a game that you will have nostalgia for it, and that's being born right now. So who knows? We'll revisit Mario Party in 10 years, and Ryan may have great memories of that Saturday where he played Mario Party for the first time.
Well, to be fair, you could even have dipped your toes into it and you remembered it, that you liked it as a kid, but that your friend rented it and you didn't own the system or something. Like a lot of my SNES memories, like Donkey Kong Country Trilogy, my favorite games, my top 5 games. And I didn't own them as a kid, but I've revisited them in recent years.
Yeah. So for maybe some of you listening that like, you know what, I've never touched Mario Party because it looks silly. First of all, you're missing out. Second of all, Jacob, why don't you give us a little rundown of how does this game even work? I know we kind of sometimes when we talk about games, we kind of just roll over the fact of what it even does or how it works. But
like I said, it was a different game I never played before. It's a compilation, I think I'm saying that word right, of compilation, sorry. A bunch of little mini games that you compete with your friends and you to earn coins and you have to earn coins to purchase stars, and if you have a star but 0 coins, if no one else has a star, you're in first place. Stars are more valuable than coins. So you are on a board game, okay? There's spaces you move. Yep. So you hit dice, different dice to move across this board, and depending on the number you roll, you could land on a red space or a blue space or a green space or a question mark space, and lots of things can happen. The frustrating thing about Mario Party is it's random. I mean, it's completely random.
Oh, yeah. It is.
You could be doing terrible the whole game, like you said, Tom, and then all of a sudden you are staring victory in the face in the last 5 rounds. And
that's where the mini games really take precedent and Mario Party. And to me, Ryan, you correct me if I'm wrong here, but to me, that's really the standout thing about Mario Party. To me, was always the mini games, because you can play any roll and move game on a board. I mean, they're a dime a dozen. You just go to Goodwill if you want to roll dice and move around a board, no big deal. But and then what it did, that's what it kind of, the games help you compensate for that. Because even I also played this past weekend with some friends to bring it all back out, get the nostalgia juices flowing, and it was cutthroat, just like the old days. But
yes,
but the thing that struck me is, you know what, I did get bad rolls all the time, and it didn't matter, because when it came to mini game time, as long as you show up and do well in your mini games, you're going to get the coins, and eventually you're going to get to the star, even if that means somebody else gets to the star first, and then the star moves around the board after that. It can land right in front of you. Not to mention, at the end of the game, you get bonus stars. I know I probably cut off Jacob from getting to this part. You get bonus stars at the end of the game for, like, if you won the most mini games, then you get a star. If you compiled the most coins throughout the game, you get a star. If you landed on the most question mark blocks, which sometimes really upset the balance of the board, you get a star for that. So, and that's really where I came behind in the game that I even played on this past Friday. Was my rolls were just trash, and I couldn't get around the board hardly at all. But I won the mini games, which gave me the star at the end. I was able to wiggle one star out of the board, and then I had the most coins, so I end the game with 3 or 4 stars, and that puts me in a good spot.
And that's what I screwed up on this past weekend. Like, I usually master winning the mini games, okay, like most of them.
Right.
And that's what usually I'm relying on, being somewhere close to the top, but at the end I'm relying on that boost by the bonus stars that you brought up. And a lot of times I usually get the bonus star for most mini games won.
Game star.
That's why I try to focus on more than anything, and try to at least have a star or two going into the finish. But that really changes the tide of the game. I love that. Ryan, what are some of the elements of the game that changed this game up? Because there's some key moments here. Because Tom brought it up and you brought it up. This game can ruin your friendships, your relationships. But there's key things that can force that to happen. What is that for people who've never played Mario Party?
Right out of the gate, the first mini game we played, you went right into it. I didn't get to see what the controls were, and I lost.
Yep.
I was so mad at you.
If you get that one guy that just keeps mashing starts, like, screw it, you're going to get it. Don't worry, let's go. And you just jump. And it's like, is that really how you do it? Like, yeah, you just jump. Okay.
I was doing the crane game, and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I hit the button, and I held it down, and then I let go of it because I thought maybe I had to repeatedly press it. No. I had one try. I lowered down. I grabbed the pipe and lifted back up again. That was it. I was like, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah.
There was no practice mode or anything like that. You just kind of threw in it.
One of the flaws with the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, the later ones would end up having that, the practice. But yeah, in the first one, man, if you had the jerk with player one controller and he just hit start, sorry about you, pal. You should have got good.
Well, in my defense, I didn't realize Ryan, this was his first time playing Mario Party 1. You'd think a game that's been out since 1999, he would have already played.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah, 18 years old this year. That's
right. Yeah.
Am I doing that math right? 16 years old. Whatever. Anyway.
I don't know. I'm not good at math, remember? So.
That's right. Yeah, human resource machine. You're right. Now, listen, I'll say this. One more game element that I wanted to bring up that defines this game that disappeared. Because for those of you that don't know, there are 10 Mario Party games, not counting the ones on DS and 3DS.
Yeah.
There are 10 of these bad boys. And this game has one mechanic that is not in the rest of them. And it involves the Nintendo 64 analog stick.
Oh yeah.
And anybody who's played Mario Party, the first one, you are all giggling right now. I know, because you know what I'm getting ready to say. And there are so many mini games in this one where you have to put your palm onto put your palm right onto that analog stick, and you spin that dude as hard. And there's let me just see. I got a 64 controller around here somewhere. Let's see if I can get that sound effect. Hang on.
Well, while Tom is doing that, Ryan, another key element too that makes you hate your friends is Boo. Boo is that's something we didn't get to bring up. Boo will change the game because you can go to King Boo, or I don't know if it's in King Boo, but you go to him and there's free option to steal coins. So you can steal coins from the most player with a bunch of coins, or if you have 50 coins, you can purchase to steal people's stars, and the stars are that's the game changer right there, because you can work really hard and go through Bowser to get your star and go through all this obstacle, and you worked hard and you spent all your coins on it, and then someone goes to boo the next turn, and then you're like, I gotta do it. Like that's the one. Yep. That was what's so hard, because like when I had my friends, I hated like I didn't want to be mean and steal.
I like how you said that. When I had my friends.
Exactly. There's a reason I only talk to you guys. You're all I have.
Because we haven't played Mario Party yet. Yeah, that's right. No, but dude, see, we were cold-blooded, man. We were like Spartan warriors when it came to Mario Party, which, by the way, my controller wasn't here. I had a GameCube one, but it doesn't have the same sound. But anyway, we were like Spartan warriors, and it was like, man, you know what? You look them in the eye when you do that. You look right in their face, and you let them know, I'm doing this to you because I love you. And like, you take that star, and it was a challenge to get better. You know what I'm saying? It was a challenge to say, hey, catch me if you can. And that's where the game was kind of fun, because it is very random. It is very random with the dice rolls. The mini games are even randomly selected. Heck, when you land on a Bowser space, it's randomly determined on how bad he's going to screw you. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of randomness to the game that can be frustrating to some people, but if you got the right group of friends and you just chill out a little bit, you know what? It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Let people do what they're going to do to you. Do what you need to do to them, and you know what? Let the game sort it out, because in those last 5 turns, it's still really funny to watch Koopa Troopa pick the guy who's in absolute last place, and he's like, yeah, I think this guy's going to win. Everyone laughs, but sometimes, every once in a while,
the underdog pulls it out.
The underdog pulls it out, and you're like, dang, Koopa was right, man.
Okay.
Now, what do you got right here for us, buddy?
I have my original gray.
Oh yeah,
that came with the system that I have hooked up. This is my original Nintendo 64 controller, the very first one we ever had with the system. And you can see, I mean, you guys people can't see, but Tom and Ryan can see. And
I can see it.
The Joy-Con is
got that wiggle.
Not the Joy-Con. The
analog stick.
The Joy analog stick here is so loose, and I swear it is loose because of this game. Of what you could do with what we're talking about. I have a 64 still in the box that I got for Christmas from my mom. Because I like to collect stuff like that. She went out and bought me a 64 with the plastic and everything. It's like the box has been open, it's been used, but everything is pretty much close to mint condition. So I pulled it out and was looking at the controller, and like, dude, the joystick is
it's weird.
It's so stiff and so springy. Like, it is like perfect.
2 years ago, I picked one up at a yard sale that no one ever played before, and that was nice. It was one of those ones that's like, I'm first player, I get this controller, so sorry about you guys.
It's so I should pull that one out when I have like the Mario Party tournament. Like, yeah, I got the good one.
Hey, Jacob, if you can get close to the mic, why don't you give us a little sound sample of that classic circle motion?
Yes, I want to let you hear it. The reason it's so loose, why I brought that up, is because of this game. Tug of War. It was Tug of War, and
there was oh my goodness, there's the rowboat. My goodness, where you had to had like 3 people on one side of the boat and one person on the other side of the boat, and you have to like battle against them doing that. Not to mention there was the Shy Guy mini game that was in the item hut.
Oh yeah,
that you could go and wind up the Shy Guy and see how far you could make him go. And I'm telling you, there was bodily injury to this game, folks. I'm telling you. And some of you right now are rubbing your palms because you remember. Like, it's like a stigmata. Like, it's in your hand and it starts bleeding when you think about it.
Well, and if you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, when Ryan and I were playing this Saturday, I posted a photo of me and my hand and the controller just saying ow, because we had just played that mini game and it hurt. So
it burns.
Can you hear this? Let's see.
Oh, there it is.
My hand is starting to burn already. It's like forcibly putting a little tiny circle Indian burn right.
It just burns right in the tender part of your palm too. Not even on like the tougher parts of your hand. And you know what? Actually, this is fun fact that old man Tom can tell you stories about. But Nintendo got in a lot of trouble for having that, because now again they would argue that, listen, it's not meant to be played with your palm, and it's like, well, then how are you supposed to play it? You know, are you really yeah, you really expected me to use my left thumb to rotate that fast? Nah, man, that's not how this works. But I mean, they got in some trouble, and eventually they went and they released a Mario Party glove. Like, people who wanted it, you could sign up for a Mario Party glove that they would send you, so you could professionally, I suppose, be able to spin that analog stick.
That's so funny.
Which, by the way, if any of you have a Mario Party glove, you got to send me a picture of it. They're actually kind of hard to find. So if anybody knows of any Mario Party gloves like for sale, let me know, because I would love to have that in a nice little case.
I would love that.
Now, was this something that was given out for free, like the Wiimote jacket was? Was it something like that?
Yeah, it was. It was like you could sign up for it and they would send it to you.
Awesome! I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't do it. So, like, again, so they're pretty rare to find. If you go and just try to Google search it, it's even hard to find.
I didn't know, again, because I didn't own the game. So, like, it was Brad's. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
Good old Nintendo being good to their customers. But yeah, I mean, so the game has taken a lot of change over the years. I mean, there's no more stick rotation. Every game after this was alternate A and B or mash a button fast, but never the rotating stick again. Correct. So we're not going to talk about every numbered individual Mario Party game here, but the game, we will say Mario Party 2 it took the original formula, and I think it improved on. I think Mario Party 2 is actually even better than Mario Party 1. I actually would agree. I have more nostalgia for 1, but I just think 2 is. I own 2, but it's especially when we played it Saturday. We played it right after when Brad got over, and he picked Luigi and he won. And can I talk about the randomness real quick? He ended up.
Sure.
Brad was on Luigi. We got screwed by Luigi again on Mario Party 2 because Brad, dude, he had like over almost 200 coins. Like, how are you doing this? And then at the end of the game, he stole 2 stars from Wario, who was like his rival, the computer.
Oh gosh, yeah.
2 stars from Wario, and then he after he did that, he landed on the star. He got 3 stars in 1 round, and this was like 3 rounds to go. So of course, guess who won? Brad and that dang Luigi. So
hey, speaking of stealing stars from computer players, I got to tell you guys this. I'm gonna put it out in the public. All right, so now everybody knows about this story. So what my siblings and I used to do, so it would be me, my sister, my brother. My youngest sister, she was too little to play at the time. Mm-hmm. But we would always play us 3 and then a computer opponent. Well, we found out that when the computer opponent would go to the star to buy it, you can pause the game, switch the computer controlled to a human controlled character, and select no for them so they don't get the star, and then send them back to computer afterwards.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time.
I vividly remember doing that with Brad. Oh,
because in a lot of older games, Mario Party is no exception. The only way they could make the AI more difficult is just to make them cheat. Like, they just win. It's like, oh, come on, I can't. Because we were also very physical in the way we played Mario Party. If we were playing the spinning stick games, it was nothing to just stop spinning your stick and smack somebody's controller out of their hand so they couldn't, and then start spinning your stick again. Hey, listen, you do what you got to do.
I'm very disappointed in you.
No, listen. In Mario Party, it is kill or be killed, all right? You get star or get starred. I don't know. But you gotta do what you got to do. Those are one of those things we did. We used to cheat the CPU that way just because they were cheaters, man. Like, you couldn't really beat them. They would just beat you if that's what they wanted us to do. Or it's like, we'll be good as long as they don't roll a 3. Of course they roll a 3. They roll every cheaters. Yeah.
So in that game that we were playing against Brad, so he had the misfortune of landing on Bowser's face like 2 or 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
But each time he got the gold option and Bowser ran. So it didn't even affect him at all. Yeah. Like, he had all these coins, but it didn't even touch him.
Like 100 stars, and Bowser's like just stops and he like just runs. Says Bowser fled.
So we got pretty physical. We would cheat the CPU. We would throw controllers at each other when we were mad. We'd steal coins, steal stars. But let me tell you, one of the biggest things that ruined friendships for us when we played this was that nice little jingle, "Chance time." Because again, Exactly. Get it all going, and you're like, don't you dare. And you know what? Because you got the 3 blocks, and they spin real slow. So you can, the first block you hit, you can select what happens.
Yes.
So what happens is you just get that guy who's in 4th place who says, you know what? Screw all of you guys. I hate you all. And so he'll go and he'll hit the star, like give all stars or whatever first.
Yes.
Then he'll just randomly wait and hit 2 people. Boom, boom. And I'm telling you, man, it would happen all the time. Stuff would just get all kinds of out of whack. And that's, like I said, that's where the controller hitting skull sound comes from, is like, you son of a, and it just... It happens.
You get so mad. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I have to publicly apologize. Okay, right now.
Yeah.
Because you're bringing it up, and it's bringing back good memories, but it's bringing back some really memories I'm not so proud of. Remember, I talked about how I got really mad at my wife on Mario Kart because I lost my temper. Well, when I was a kid in elementary school, my temper was wild. I mean, it was off control. Especially when I'm playing it was only when I'm
not be playing Mario Party.
When I'm playing a video game, it was off control. So my little sister, when I was home, she would play with me. And dude, I remember her being in her room upstairs, or it was my room. We had a little TV up there, and we were playing Mario Party. And Amber, I am so sorry. I feel guilty to saying it. Because she would beat me, and like I would get so mad, like I'd like just give her like a big Charlie horse in the leg because she beat me.
Oh yeah,
and she would cry and scream. And then the 64 would be turned off for punishment.
Good. Let the hate flow through you.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Amber. So, guys.
Okay. Guys, I won on merit alone. I played well, but I didn't do any of those nasty tricks you guys do, man. I just played and I was good, and people got mad at me for that. I didn't think there was like horrible people out there playing this game.
Oh, well, listen, since Jacob's making apologies, let me go ahead and make an apology of my own to my sister and my brother and my youngest sister, and to my friends, Blake, Amber, and Nick, Andrew. I just want to give you guys an apology. I'm so sorry that you're bad at this game, and you made me do what I had to do. And I'm sorry that you're that bad, and I'm sorry that you couldn't hold your own against me. So I want to make that apology too. I need to go. Man, I'm just feeling...
You're very humble, Tom.
Adrenaline now, right now. I'm just feeling some adrenaline. I got to fight somebody.
So, who are your guys' like key characters to go to? Because there's 6 characters only. It's not like this game is flooded with tons of options.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is too about the characters. Now that you bring this up, this is what's interesting that I forgot all about until I played it again this weekend. This game was developed by Hudson.
Yeah.
Not by Nintendo, but by Hudson. I mean, they licensed it, out to Hudson. So like, it's all weird. Of them. Yes, all of them were Hudson, but specifically the first one though, all the characters are really off model. Like they look really odd, and they have odd voices. I think Charles Martinet still did a voice or two, but like Wario, I missed. Like he's got like this weird voice, and whoever they got to do the voice Peach was like really wooden. Yeah, Peachy's got it. Like. Weird, like it's just they're kind of off model. Like when you talk about the characters, I just had to bring that up because Luigi Luigi has that weird like fist pump thing, and his legs are real weird, and it's like if you guys don't know what I'm looking at, you guys should play some Mario Party. But anyway, to go back to what you're saying, I'm a Yoshi guy, hands down. Yoshi,
okay. Ryan, who would you always select?
Oh yeah, I'm a Yoshi guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there you go.
I could tell when I saw Bowser torturing you at the end of the game. There.
Oh yeah, it's Whistly Yoshi. It's like the Yoshi before he could talk. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Mario World Yoshi.
Yeah, but like even weirder, like a whistle and a trill. It's weird.
My character to go to, and guys, this is before I had an obsession with him, but Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong today. And I love his game.
I was gonna cut you off and say that before you said it, but I wanted to go ahead and let you do it because I knew it was Donkey Kong. I just knew it.
It was I think that's why I loved it, because like Smash Bros. I loved him, and I never had Donkey Kong Country as a kid. Traven had it, and I think I've always had this connection to him. And today I have to say he's my favorite character from Nintendo. I love Donkey Kong, and cool. I always picked him. So. I still pick him today, and that's my boy.
He's cool.
That is my boy.
Cool.
But
except for Smash Bros.
Yeah. I mean, he used to be the original Smash Bros. It was Donkey Kong, and then it migrated to Link after the Rare buyout. Ironically, how crazy is all that stuff? So
Donkey Kong's good in the Wii U one. Just gonna leave that there.
I know I want to get good with him. I need to, but that version sucked. So, anyways, we're talking about. So let's talk about Mario Party switched. Obviously, it changed. I got good with the second one, but it drastically changed, and I think everyone can agree that, besides my wife, who's crazy, she thinks this is the. She got mad at me when I traded it in for Switch stuff, Mario Party 10, because I said, babe, trust me. I said, trust me. There's going to be a better Mario Party on the Switch. And she said, nuh-uh, you just traded in the best Mario Party.
No.
And it's Mario Party 10.
No.
Yeah. Mario Kids, Party let me make a quick announcement here. Don't play Mario Party 10.
No.
It's bad. It's bad. Take it from somebody who's played. I haven't played all the Mario parties. I missed a couple of the Wii ones. But as someone who's played a majority of the Mario parties, avoid 10 like the plague.
It'll put a bad taste in your mouth. You're like, Mario Party sucks. And
good. Yeah.
Old Mario Party is awesome. New Mario Party is trash. I mean, well, Tom, I mean, why is it so bad? What'd they do? What's the biggest change?
They have this thing where everybody travels in the same cart and you all have to move at the same time, but you still are spinning separately. And I don't know. It's just weird. It's just specifically Mario Party 10. One of the nice things they had was a 5-player mode because, you had the gamepad and you could do 4 Wii controllers. Where one person played as Bowser against the other 4 players. That was actually pretty fun. But outside of that, the game is it's just not good. And the mini games are just not fun.
No.
And I think that just might be a byproduct of, you mentioned earlier, there being so many games. I think that's just a byproduct too of them running out of ideas and a byproduct of what do you do that you haven't already done?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So what saves this? What can save the franchise? Because honestly, I think people are just sick of it. I've gotten sick of seeing another Mario Party.
To me personally, I think something that would be really good because I think it's absolutely undeniable. I'm going to say the first 4 Mario Parties. 4 was on the GameCube. Mario Party 1, 2, 3, and 4 are really, really good. They're really good. And I think because there's a lot of simplicity to them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The games aren't incredibly difficult. It's just roll and move. You get the different dice blocks, which are fun. Mm-hmm. The boards can get kind of complicated, which is, again, fun. That's not a bad thing. Gives you some, options. With any game, you want player agency. So, the ability to make decisions. So a good map in Mario Party allows you that to be like, oh, do I go this way? Or, oh, where do I need to go to use this? And, because they also introduced the items later on in the series, which were fine, but then they just got a little out of hand, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think if you go to a return to form, I know we mentioned 2 a lot, but maybe closer to the lines of 2 or 3, put it on the Switch. Okay. So you got the, you can take it anywhere thing going with you. And then maybe do something a little different that plays with the mobility of it. I know there are Mario parties for the DS and 3DS that I haven't played.
And the Game Boy.
And there's also a card game.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that. There's a card game?
I had to use the e-reader for the mini games. You'd actually link up with other people's e-readers.
That's ridiculous. That's awesome.
I have it if you want to try it out.
Oh, I might have to do that. That sounds fun. Because I didn't know that. So maybe something not so much gimmicky on the Switch with a Mario Party game, but something to really play into that mobility that the Switch offers. I'd like to see something like that maybe where the series could go. And again, being able to link up so many different controllers, you could maybe start getting, 8 people on screen or something, or be able to land 2 Switches together locally and play a crazy 8-man Mario Party game. Are you joking me? Absolutely. I'll do that.
8-man.
That would be amazing. Now,
I know.
What I would do with the series, I could see them, since everything is just they put out a new game and it's got the same kind of basic mechanics and mini games, and people are like, well, it's just not the same. I could see them doing an HD remake, or just in general a remake, maybe even select one of the 4 games built in, or maybe even kind of like throwing all the mini games from across the first 4 games in and having like the different boards be different game themes. Like the first game, you have the board that was most popular there, and it would be just like an updated graphics, but you have those mini games minus like the destroying your hand ones maybe.
Well, yeah.
And like just have this like compilation of like a definitive edition, if you will.
I've already got it named. It's called Mario Party All-Stars. Perfect. We got it.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I think that's awesome, Ryan. I think you take the games. We need to take. First off, you go back to the roots. Okay, you go back to what made Mario Party great. We need to make Mario Party great again, Nintendo. So you go back to the roots and you make it simple. That's what I hate about games today. Everyone thinks you got to have like a 50-man roster for every game. Like, no. Keep it 6 to 8 characters and make them good characters. I don't like playing as like Koopa Troopa as a character. No, I want to play as Donkey Kong, Wario, Waluigi, Peach, Mario, Luigi, your traditional guys, Yoshi. So you do that. I love what Ryan just said. Take a bunch of the old key mini games, take from the best, pull from the best, update the graphics, make it simple. Yeah. Let them all walk around. Because the games, I really think, dipping into the GameCube era, they started to get too complicated. You had so many different items, and
the items got a little crazy. Yeah,
just make the items simple. I don't want 10,000 different items. Make it simple. Just honestly, look at the first 2 games personally for your format. But guys, we talked about it last week. We live in an age of DLC now. Could you imagine just like
a Mario Party with DLC?
Yeah, they roll out new boards. New boards all the time.
New character. Yeah.
Oh, it would be so awesome.
Games. Yeah.
New mode. Yeah, new mini games.
Well, hey, who knows?
Please don't put a Zelda one where you collect rupees instead of coins.
You didn't like that in Mario Kart 8?
I don't know. Maybe you could do that. Maybe you could do a DK one where you collect bananas instead of coins.
That's kind of fun. I mean,
I don't mind it. I honestly keep it Mario Party. I don't make Samus a playable character. Don't make Link. Everyone wants to make everything Smashified, like to try with Mario Kart. Just make it Mario Party. But that'd be awesome if you got like brand new Metro games coming out. So to help advertise for it, we're releasing a Metro.
Here's a Metroid map.
And Samus is like a little guest on there. Maybe instead of running into Toad to get your stars, you run into Samus to get whatever,
You pay her to.
She swoops in her ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
She swoops in her ship and picks you up and carries you to another part of the board.
That'd be awesome.
There you go. Or instead of stars, you're trying to get missiles, and then whoever wins gets to defeat Ridley or whatever. It's fun.
That'd be awesome. I would love that. I really think that if they could take the game back to this, they really could do something awesome with it. And I hope, I want to play a good Mario Party game. I want to have fun like this. So I agree. They just have to take the opportunity. It's there. So let's wrap this up. Let's bring it back in here. Tom, where can people find Mario Party 1 and where can they find you?
All right. Well, first of all, if you want to play Mario Party, the original for Nintendo 64, thanks to the spinning stick debacle, you can only find Mario Party on the Nintendo 64. There is no virtual console. There's no re-release. It is N64 or bust when it comes to playing this game. And of course, if you want to get down and dirty and learn and lose like a chump, you can come to my house and play it. That's one way to get a hold of that. But
we're gonna have to face off, man.
Like I said, there's something in Mario Party specifically, no other game that just brings a darkness out. I don't know what it is.
The darkness.
It does. It with all the colors and things. I don't know. Anyway, but if you guys want to find me, you can of course find me on Facebook. My name is Tom Qualls. Just search it up. Give me a little friend request. Maybe let me know. Send me a message. Let me know you know me from the show, so I don't just ignore and be like, I don't know that person. But then I also got a Snapchat game going. You can find me, the Big Boomski, on that, and then Twitter on the Twitter sphere. You can find me at Mr. Boomski. That's BOOMSKI. Yep. Love to have you.
Radical Rex and Ryan, do our due diligence. What everyone loves to hear at the end of every show.
You can find us on SoundCloud and iTunes, as well as Google Play. You can find us at facebook.com/NintendoNOS, on our Twitter at Nintendo_NOS. And if you want to shoot us an email, NintendoNostalgiaIN@gmail.com.
Awesome. Radical Rex, everybody. Awesome. Really great. That's it, guys. I mean, I loved talking about this game. Something I wanted to do, and there's 10 iterations for it, and I don't have nostalgia for all of them, but they
definitely encourage you to continue the conversation on that Facebook chat. I love being able to have that conversation with you guys. You guys got a good Mario Party story? Let me know. If you can top our stories, I'd love to hear them.
And I think Mario Party is the perfect game to play, especially online now, because we got so much rage. Well, you know what? Just put everyone in their own separate rooms. We don't have to harm each other. Tom can't cheat.
Well, then you just get the rage quits. That's what you get at that point.
Yeah, I've been doing that on Mario Kart.
Getting off rage quit that bad boy. Yeah, man.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at NOSJacob73, and I'm on Facebook as well. If you want to add me, just be cool, I guess. So I don't mind adding you to my personal Facebook.
All right. Hey, remember, we like stealing stars on Mario Party, and if you want to steal some stars from iTunes and put it into our review, make sure you do that. Hit us up, give us a 5-star review. That'd be awesome. That'll really help us get the show in front of more people and be able to do some bigger, better things for you guys.
Real quick, guys, I want to remind you, Saturday is the deadline for the Animal Crossing stories. If you have any good Animal Crossing stories and experiences, please share them. Comment on our Facebook, send us a tweet on Twitter, shoot us an email. Just let us know if you have any stories, and you have a chance of being featured in our episode for Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Also, you also have a chance to win an Animal Crossing game, whether it's New Leaf or if you already have New Leaf. I'd say, Happy Home Designer. I think I'll give that to you. So please share your story and have a chance to win.
There you go. What other podcast is giving away video games? That's what I want to know. Nintendo Nostalgia, that's who.
And guys, be on the lookout. We got another week of just some more nostalgia talk, but in the month of June coming up, just be on the lookout. We are getting into E3. It is the big time, and it's the Christmas for video gamers of all.
Oh yeah.
So the Christmas of announcements, at least. So we have been saving our E3 topics for June, so get prepared for it's going to be a little bit off of our traditional style of game of how we handle our show. So it's going to be just a lot of special things. So be on the lookout for that, and we're excited for you. Well, I think that's a wrap. We should let all of our lovely listeners get a break from our voices so they can get ready for next week. But
there you go.
Tom, thanks for coming on again, man. And
no problem, dude.
We'll see you soon for some E3 predictions, okay?
Oh, yeah. Be ready.
All right, everybody. Have a great one.
Bye.
See you next week.